Hey, a grand welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing week because I'm very excited to take you straight into the amazing race 2. In this video, we'll go over the formats, changes from season 1, the star-studded cast, and everything in between. Let's go! The format of the race remains largely the same. Teams will race in a series of legs which contain challenges to complete, and each leg ends in a pit stop where the last team to arrive will be eliminated, but occasionally they may be spared if they're lucky. The types of tasks include route infos, which both members of the team must complete, roadblocks, which one member of each team must complete, or detours, where teams have to complete 1 out of 2 available tasks. There are additional twists and task variety this season as well, but we'll get to those when we see them. This season's cast contains a total of 12 teams which will race over 12 legs, so both already huge upgrades from last season. In addition, while 5 of the 10 teams last season were pre-made sims, this season's cast is all new and contains a lot of fan submissions as well. If you want to submit a team or a sim for my shows, you can always do so by uploading to the gallery with the hashtag Kaywireee or join my Discord. Both links are in the description. Confessionals are here to stay, so you will get to see more dynamics and interaction between teams. And now for a little sim information. Each team will get 4 to 5 traits as per usual, but this time I include reward traits as well. Reward traits are usually purchased with reward points, but I have a system that allocates reward points based on their age group, so teens may get like 500 to 1000 while elders get like 4000, cause they've certainly done a lot in life, I hope. Some reward traits may help, but others may just be there to like round up their characters. As for skills, I now allow up to 6 different skills per sim and a max level of 6 for each skill. But now there's a skill level distribution for a max of 20 for each sim. To put it simply, the skill level of each skill added together will not exceed 20. And I should have like some graphic that's happening on the screen right now to show you what I mean. This way, sims can be either really good at a few things or be decent but know a lot of different things. And I think that's about it when it comes to changes. I used a variety of builds in this video by these talented Sims 4 builders that I follow, and I will link each build video in the description and on the screen as well, so I hope you check them out too. Now if you're ready, let's go meet the cast. Oh my god, aren't they all so beautiful? Kicking us off in this cast review is the Green Team, grandfather and granddaughter duo Albert and Ophelia Kimron, submitted by gallery user WalkerStar2000. Yeah, I'm including the original so you can see the differences post-makeover, if any. Ophelia moved in with her grandparents who live in the outskirts of the city so she can get a fresh start. Now she's a hairstylist happily serving her clients and she loves it. Albert is the granddad and a retired man enjoying home life with his wife. She is quite the tough cookie and a workaholic, however, so retirement life for her is working her butt off around the house. Alas, one day she slips and falls, breaks her hip and panic galore. She survived, but she's in dire need of a hip surgery, which they can't really afford. Hence, Ophelia has this grand idea to join the Sims Amazing Race to win some money for her grandma. And of course, that meant Albert had to also get off the rocking chair. Albert's traits include clumsy, creative, family-oriented, and oblivious. Yeah, he's pretty much always dazed and out of it, so... And Ophelia is ambitious, an artist, a vegetarian, and a creative visionary, but squeamish and hates the outdoors. It's the salon or the house for her. Don't underestimate them though, for this team is not short on skills. Albert specializes in cross-stitching, knitting, parenting, and dabbles in charisma and gardening, while Ophelia is the queen of charisma, fitness, painting, with some side skills of photography, guitar, and dancing. They seem to be a pretty competent team, and I'm sure they have what it takes, if Grandpa can keep up.
Minnesota Soberano? Kanashuna. Tharpenip?
Segane Kasoma.
Kurgadan Yadavel.
Yavoya. Lonkas Wasabis. Kemad Fanuza.
Chidinma and Rochelle is next, representing the adult women, the lesbians, and the color lilac, cause that's their team color. And they also represent Audrey42, who submitted these lovely ladies. Chidinma and Rochelle are a very active couple and they love traveling and doing physical activities together. Chidinma is super skilled at snowboarding and fabrication, coupled with logic and wellness, while Rochelle is crazy good at rock climbing and skiing, and improving slowly but surely with comedy, mischief, and violin. She actually does not like violin, but her job requires it. We'll get to that in a second. Chidinma is active, hot-headed, a green fiend, and a recycled disciple. Should be no surprise that civil designer is her line of work. Her goal in life is to craft innovative machines to help raise the ecological footprint, and she better not catch you littering or she'll be very, very angry. Rochelle is a comedian and barely just secured an opening act at the local bar, like last Sunday, so it's sad that she already has to leave that gig to run the Sims Amazing Race. But she loves jokes and mischief, and she loves to make people laugh. She's adventurous, ambitious, childish, loves the outdoors, and a morning sim. I've never met one of those, but she's one. Chidinma and Rochelle are running the race basically because they never turn down an adventure, especially one like this. They're also here to prove that age is not a factor, and they're strong, powerful women all the same. If they do win, they'll use the money to do more trips or start a family and settle down.
Apalachaba?
Sobi's about Apalachaba. Shuna. Klevite Benu. Fredoy Bafala Yadim.
The next team is a blast from the past, quite literally. Meet the 1950s couple, Ernest and Wendy Godfrey, submitted by Lucy Hannah 85. Ernest and Wendy just so happens to be my actual parents' maiden name, so Lucy Hannah 82, what do you know? It's probably because my parents were born in that era. Anywho, Ernest and Wendy are quite literally from the 1950s. Believe me, I've checked both their birth certificates. So why do they look so young? I have no clue. Probably time travel or something.
Rainick, Bethru, Brandbeer.
Taba Fondo Bay Bacala. Sebene Lovo Bonesi.
Ganesh, no Mafrispa. Killing, Narmo Crankus.
Bifala Narble. Vinvat. Yes. Baribi. Damse Brahana.
Rena died. Yagi, Laluda.
Nisa Faba. Kimono Has. Lerna Payfinskuma. Oh, jeez.
So that's the story. They're technically unemployed now, but in their time period, Ernest was a professor specializing in cultural anthropology, and he's a bookworm, genius, snob, and a technophobe. His skills include insanely high logic and research and debate, plus some writing, charisma, and archaeology. Wendy, on the other hand, is an aspiring actress, and I say aspiring because she didn't really get many gigs, so maybe this marriage is slightly questionable. Anyway, Wendy's is ambitious, clumsy, cheerful, and also a technophobe. In terms of skills, she has charisma, cooking, and bowling. Oh, and Ernest hates bowling, so she uses that time to sneak away with her friends or other activities. Ernest and Wendy are here in the race cause, well, it is an accident, but it'll be very interesting to see two confused individuals try to navigate the 21st century, so I simply wish them all the best. Next up is my contribution to this season, firefighters and best buddies Faisal and Rizal. These best buddies are your adult hotties that take care of any hots in your household. Oh, that was bad.
Just say talk.
Fires, I meant fires. Faisal is officially our first amputee in my reality show universe, and while I am inspired by a Survivor contestant this season, I swear I wanted one of my own for like a very long time. Faisal actually used to work in the military career, but in a tragic chain of events, he lost his leg. He was out of commission for a few years, but picked himself back up and got a new career as a firefighter, still intending to serve the public. Faisal is adventurous, competitive, a bro, a slob, and a dog lover. And from military training, he gained the cold and heat acclimation, as well as the gym rat trait. He's pretty sturdy, having the fitness, handiness, rock climbing, and pet training skills. And he has a dog that he loves very, very much at home, which also helps keep him going. The best word to describe Rizal would be carefree, which also happens to be one of his reward traits. Rizal met Faisal when they were both trainees at the fire station, and he instantly clicked with him. Faisal needed a little bit of warming up, but he came around eventually. It's like an extrovert adopting an introvert kind of situation here. Rizal is a calm, loyal bro and daydreamer. Oh, and a cat lover. He's also an after-hours party animal, so besides his fitness skill, he also carries charisma, comedy, dancing, and mixology. A truly fun guy to be around all the time, and he balances Faisal's intensity as a teammate. Faisal and Rizal are on the race for different reasons, obviously. Maybe I'll let them tell you.
Benefi, Sikafuz, Ashi, Anamit, Boomshark Glaffy.
Well, behave for ya. Sichim. Alphanes. Yes, through ya. But here to reach. Flanobe. Ulak Muchipichi. Then trip.
Presenting Crystal and Zach, half-siblings from Willow Creek, submitted by Mark Hargrove on The Sims Mobile. So I hope I did okay with this recreation. Crystal and Zach share a mother, but they're otherwise different in almost every way. One thing they do share is that they're pretty darn good at school, and as they just turned into young adults, they're pursuing their passions in the early stages of their dream careers. Crystal is currently a sports mascot, and she carries the active, glutton, hot-headed, and insider traits, while Zach is a college student majoring in education. He hopes to be a principal one day. And in terms of traits, he's a bookworm, a genius, a goofball, unflirty, and a speed reader, because he reads so damn much. Oh yeah, they're both lactose intolerant. That's also one more thing that they share. With another brain/brawn combo, you bet their skills are diverse. Zach is fluent in charisma, comedy, logic, programming, and research and debate, while Crystal has charisma, cooking, fitness, and logic skills under her belt. They hope the race can help strengthen their bond as siblings and maybe make up some of the missing childhood, because they really haven't been that close growing up. And their parents didn't really help them ease the transition or anything. The money could come in handy too, in furthering their career paths.
Mashka, Wangsi, Super Happy Pashushi. Ah, Garsha.
Bethite Pelka. Benu. Essenoi. Florib Finalibo.
Next up, introducing the gorgeous bombshell magazine cover newlyweds, Mackenzie and Johnson. These two are submitted by Wilberto Saze, and they're basically the definition of a super couple. They're gorgeous, they're popular, and everybody loves them. I mean, they literally have live streams where they just do yoga together, and people just watch. Mackenzie is family-oriented, lavish, materialistic, and romantic. She maintains her perfect image and her perfect figure at all times. And in terms of skills, she has charisma, fitness, painting, photography, and wellness. All that modeling really helps her keep her eye for detail really sharp. Johnson, on the other hand, is a bartender and the life of the party wherever he goes, but mostly at the bar. He has the family-oriented, foodie, outgoing, romantic, and hot tub lover traits, coupled with the super friendly reward trait, cause that's literally what he is. Johnson loves making drinks and meeting new people like all the time. He literally has everyone's favorite drinks memorized. I don't know how he does it. And in terms of skills, he has charisma, mixology, video gaming, and wellness. Mackenzie and Johnson are running the race to improve their brand even more, and I guess this is also their honeymoon in some way.
Snivara Watanini. Lomina Exine. Abidu Smishi. Brugi.
Bethdago Shoy.
Palingo.
Brett no quid. Burbachel Leaf. Hispanibo Whelm. Pator.
You can't bring cameras on the race, but I'll tell them that later. Next on the list are the not so super couple but still hot and hip, Mackenzie number 2 and Oliver, submitted by TDI Endergamer 8. Mackenzie and Oliver are both famous models as well, but unlike the previous couple, they've recently got themselves into a little scandal. Yeah, it's like the Bruno type of scandal, like we don't talk about it. Nonetheless, they're here on the race not for the money, but to really regain some good publicity so they can still have careers that way. Mackenzie T here is flirty, high maintenance, mean, and neat, while Oliver is a seducer, self-assured, snobby, vain, and a vegetarian. Yeah, they're probably gonna check themselves out more than actually race, but that's fun TV, right? In terms of skills, they both actually have a wide variety from all the different ads and product placements that they model for. So for Mackenzie, she has charisma, fitness, gourmet cooking, singing, photography, and mixology, while Oliver has charisma, bowling, guitar, juice fizzing, and photography. Mackenzie and Oliver are very competitive and they are in it to win it, but they lack a little bit in the intelligence department. I'm also looking forward to seeing how they will react to having another Mackenzie being on the show. Also, any ideas on what to call the two Mackenzies?
Milshaba. Essenoi. Florib. Finalibo.
Presenting the orange team, teenagers and brothers Malik and Mason Tyler, submitted by Marlon Tyler 12, who submitted his whole family, so that's kinda cool. The Tylers had an elaborate family meeting discussing who should go on what show in the Kaywireee universe, which lasted 5 hours and 36 minutes. And in the end, it is decided that Malik and Mason would represent the family on The Sims Amazing Race. Malik and Mason are both very sporty and fit, so they're perfect for the Amazing Race. Malik is active, evil, and mean, while Mason is active, hot-headed, and rebellious. Oh yeah, and they're also both gym rats. Quite the interesting traits given to these brothers for sure. Malik plays a lot of basketball and is one half of a pair of twins, and Mason's the youngest child, so as all youngest childs go, he's pretty bossy. It'll be swell to see how they get along. Skill sets for these two are also fairly similar. Malik has fitness, logic, mischief, and video gaming, while Mason has the same minus logic. It's not that he isn't smart or anything, he's just younger. Yeah. Malik and Mason hope to run the race and be the first teenagers to win. They're not afraid of sabotage or using any means necessary to ensure that they get to that finale.
Kenkuya, Lanoi, Usaba Gorpina, Safuim Napatane, Rubin.
Rainik, Feferu, Ashan Frambeer, Ah, Parsiga, Fribifrolis.
Samira and Octavius represent the blue team, and they're submitted by Piracy is No Party. Amen. In an Amazing Race first, I believe, they are a nanny child team. Samira was initially employed as Octavius's nanny because he was a wild child, which stressed his parents out way too much. But one day, Octavius's parents disappeared like Frozen the movie style. They were pronounced dead, but their bodies were never recovered, so who knows what happened to them. Since then, Samira has been like a second mom to Octavius and took him under her wing. Samira Aziz is of Saudi descent and she's a hard-working woman, especially taking up being like a nanny full-time to Octavius. She's family-oriented, neat, perfectionist, perky, and a speed cleaner. She really got a lot of practice doing this nanny thing for like years. In terms of skills, she is charismatic, an amazing cook, both homestyle and gourmet, and a star parent. She also loves romantic movies and hopes to find herself the woman of her dreams, but taking care of Octavius just took up like too much of her time. Octavius just turned into a young adult not long ago and is on the hunt for a job, if he can figure out what he wants. He is absent-minded, materialistic, non-committal, a snob, and lactose intolerant. He's honestly quite a handful and is a little spoiled by Samira, who basically let him pursue whatever interests he wants. As a result though, he's experienced in just a little bit, but in a lot of random things. Mainly comedy, fitness, juice fizzing, medium, pipe organ, and writing. Maybe those will come in handy on the race. Maybe. Running the race is mostly Octavius' idea because he desires adventure, and when he wants something, he will get his hands on it. And Samira, being the good nanny, just obliged. The money could probably come in handy for her anyway, and if she saw the first season, she will know that love is always a possibility in my shows.
Vep? Ombres. Parsikong. Arbanaya Umfra. Wissip. Rebanina, Slafa.
Next on the list are a very lovable father-son team, Santiago and Evander Garcia, submitted by Saltidor12. Santiago and Evander are short kings, but don't let that fool you. These guys are handy, resourceful, and good at what they do. Santiago is a Chilean immigrant and came from nothing by being a handy-dandy mechanic, and now he teaches his son the same. Evander continues the family business, but is also a part-time student studying business management. He has a very sharp mind, and he can be sneaky as well. But what remains is that they're both hard workers. Santiago is active, calm, a dance machine, and family-oriented. And as a plus from all his life experience, he is a savant. He may be old, but his mind is still as young and sharp as ever. He has the charisma, fitness, dancing, and handiness skills, all left over from his younger years, but he's still a social butterfly and has tons of wisdom in this tiny little body. Evander, the son of the team, is good, family-oriented, perceptive, observant, and a tinker. Evander has a strategic mind, which is part of the reason he is pursuing business right now. He carries with him charisma, fitness, handiness, and logic. The father and son may not have a wide variety of skills, but they are fit, they have grit, and they are looking to improve their family lives even further with the money that they're gonna win.
Alfonso, Niplum Rimple,
Oskino, Peraza.
Minerva, Braga.
From Pompeii. Who's like Jeffno? Nepiyakaboo. Gazi Panort.
Presenting the Mint team, Sister Taylor and Carmen Buckner, submitted by Z Galix. These sisters have always been there for each other, and they have a very strong bond, which is what they think will be their strength on The Sims Amazing Race. Taylor is a teenager, and she is pretty much the school socialite. She's a cheerleader, she's pretty, she's popular, and she gets a love letter like every week. Her traits are adventurous, childish, and vain, and her skills include charisma, fitness, and dancing. She's the fitter one out of the two, and she's a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, so this race is her opportunity to go out and do the things that she couldn't do at home. The older sister is Carmen, and she's a strong, independent young adult, working 2 jobs just cause she can. She's a barista in the early hours of the day and then a fast food worker throughout the rest of the day. It's quite a miracle that she can face so many people for so many hours of the day, cause I could not do that. She's a cat lover, creative, materialistic, self-assured, and independent. Carmen marches to the beat of her own drum, and she aspires to open a cat cafe in the near future, so that money will definitely come in handy when the time comes. She has charisma, cooking, mixology, parenting, and veterinarian skills, which she took a class on over the summer. Gotta know how to take care of those kitties. This is extremely cliche to say, but Taylor and Carmen are here to prove that they are in fact not dumb blondes, as little and tiny as they look. They hope to make a lot of memories together on the race and grow even closer as sisters, especially before Taylor decides to grow up and have her own room and whatever teenagers do when they decide to grow up.
Yeah, but same. Ibney, who's in the fish? Diva, Deso, Big Trip, Balafoy, huh?
Mona Sarah, Evelyn, Drobo, Sulafay. Huh?
And the final team on our roster, childhood friends Tia and Tia, submitted by Zoopster. They have the same first name, but hey, at least they're on the same team, so hopefully there's no fighting there. This is Tia Adams and this is Tia Owens, and they bonded as childhood friends when the teacher decided to sit all her students alphabetically. Like, who does that? Nonetheless, they've been inseparable ever since, and as Tia O went through a gender identity crisis, Tia A was there for them through all of it. The two have since moved in together, and they auditioned for the race to further strengthen their already strong bond. Tia Adams is active, all-rounder, loyal, outgoing, and a gym rat as a bonus, and she works as a swimming coach, teaching students from all ages. She enjoys the exercise and also meeting people from all walks of life. In terms of skills, she has charisma, fitness, handiness, and wellness. She's just a fit health nut all around. Tia Owens, on the other hand, has always had a passion for the arts and culture, and they identify as non-binary and uses they/them pronouns. They are an art lover, creative, materialistic, perfectionist, worldly, and a creative visionary. They're currently a museum curator, educating visitors on their history and origins. Tia's very well-read and well-researched on a lot of things, so their skills include charisma, archaeology, painting, photography, Salvadoranian culture, and vampire lore. They have brilliant memory, and they're always striving to learn more about the vast world that they inhabit.
Maybe, Benay, Abinis, Ramay, Muchi Peachy, Ben Trip.
Ulak Zerb, Zambas. Purple. Turripinar. Purple.
And that wraps up the cast review. The race will begin next week and will run at 1 episode every Friday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't so you don't miss an upload. The world awaits these 12 teams, so stay tuned. If you enjoyed that video, please be sure to leave me a like and let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. I am so freaking excited for this season, you have no idea. Anyways, remember to take care, have an amazing holiday season, and I will see you next week. week. Bye!